Hey everyone that has been following me on getting Lake Lawson completely done. Um, been super busy trying to play cat and mouse with all the rains that we've had and all that. I did end up getting the excavator. I did end up getting down here and getting the dam built. I brought in a D6. Um, tidied everything up on the dam, got everything done. And then we just had to add water. So here's our logging road that comes down to the lake. It's pretty good water. It washed out right there. That's probably about a 3.5 foot deep hole. So I have to get the Alice Chalmers, Jesus, long day. Alice Chalmers down here and patch that up, get some clay on it and pack it in. But here's what happened. We got a good rain. Lake started filling up a little bit. And then we were about 3.5 foot from going to the overflow. We got another rain that evening. Came back the next day. It was 3 inches from going over the overflow. So here we are up in there, way up in there, as the secondary dam I built. That's a smaller lake. That's going to be my breeder lake. It's got a valve in the bottom of it. I can open it up, let out bluegill, bass, whatever I breed and raise up there, and they'll all come down. This is all going to get dug out. That dam there, I'm not even worried about doing anything with it until probably next year. So this will all be underwater. I'll bring in the excavator again, dig it out because I need some dirt up there on top of the hill for our house build. But within 3 good rains here in central Illinois, the water is right there starting. That ravine there feeds it. That lake feeds it. Comes down. The water filled my lake up within a month. Totally amazing. There's the overflow. She's full. So here's my take on it, what I'm going to do. Out here, it's average of right now of about 17 foot deep. Over here, I dug a huge hole when I was down in there. Over there, it's about 24, 25 foot deep. So here's my take. I am focusing now on getting grass growing on the dam because I do not want it to erode anymore. Those big rains we had did a little bit of erosion on it. Actually, not even near as bad as I thought it was going to be for being fresh, disturbed soil. It actually came out okay. So I went to Tractor Supply and got me some Kentucky something grass. No fertilizer, no nothing. Put it down and it took off. I mean, it took off great. I did get some matting right here from Amazon. It's just jute. And I cut it and I put it along that bank because I didn't want any more mud washing into the overflow there. That stuff works amazing. Check it out on Amazon if you guys need any. It's just a fibrous jute like mat that's 225 yards, like $80. I just cut it to length, put it down, splashed a little water on it, put some topsoil on. That grass came out great. So anywhere you see where it's really, really green, that's topsoil. The rest of the grass is coming up very good where there isn't topsoil, but not as good where there is topsoil. That's what I'm getting at. So like this eroded here a little bit, which is very minor. I'm just going to take a rake that out, and get seed growing all along this. The seed is growing all along here just fine. It's totally amazing. But here's my take on the lake. I'm going to leave the lake alone for the rest of the year. I'm going to leave it just like this and let it do a winter cycle. I'm going to let it freeze, let it thaw, and come back in spring. I'm going to raise my dam from the dirt down here that I take out of there. I'm going to raise my dam to this height right here from the overflow to here. I'm going to raise it up all the way down there. That's my emergency overflow down there. So it is actually 12 inches from going over right now. So if this gets clogged and it goes 12 inches above that, it's going to go out down there first and not across the dam and tear up the dam. So I left this with a ring on it so I can stack a ring on it and raise my water level. I can bring my water level up about 4 foot. And I want the water to be like right about here, about 8 to 10 inches from the top of the bank, all the way down. So I will bring the dam up from here all the way down to where it's level, and then down there at the emergency overflow, I'll cut it in to where it's the same, but then I'll put a matching ring on here and bring my water up about 4 foot. I bring the water up about 4 more foot. I mean, by a year's time, this dam should be saturated and done whatever and settled and do all that stuff. This is like some crazy hard clay. This stuff is just amazing. But that will push my water up. Right now it's right here at the bottom of the stump. I want it at the bottom of that stump. And when it gets to the bottom of that stump, that will give me way more water back in there as well. It'll just bring the water line closer to me up here. I went gigantic with an overflow. That thing's 4-foot diameter inside. The reason I went gigantic is because I've got a lot of watershed here. Tons of watershed. And when it rains heavily, I mean, when it came up 3 foot in 6 hours, that's a lot of water. So I went huge. I do not ever want water to go over this dam at all. So I might as well went big. It cost me a little extra money that I didn't expect in my budget, but it's going to be worth its while forever. And there it is to stay. So I can bring my water's edge up close to here's what I'm kind of getting at. And that will give me the exact look that I want. Back here, the water's pouring out of a 24-inch tube. Look at the grass down through there. It's already growing. That's one of my major washouts. So I need to come in here and fix that one. Out of the rest of the dam, the back of the dam, nothing bad at all. And look at that grass growing. It's just totally amazing. A little bit of rain, a little bit of sunshine, and it's going to town. So down in here, where the ravine is, I've got 120,000 pounds of riprap coming. I'm going to throw it all down in there, but first I'm going to lay geotech fabric all the way along here up to my pipe and past it. And then I'll take slabs of concrete, put it back there, and there. Actually, probably just there, and underneath of it as a dissipating pad. So as the water flows out of that, it'll hit the concrete, it'll direct it down, run down the geo fabric, which will have riprap on it all the way down through there, and then go down in the huge pile of riprap down there. So it should lock in everything and really control the speed of the flow of the water, and it should also help tie in and lock in the rest of the dam. I am totally amazed about how good this grass is growing down here. It's just amazing to me. One good little rain, this is what happens. So I'll let this grass all come up. I will keep every machine off of here for the rest of the year. I will come back, fertilize, and seed again, and let it do its business. I'll probably have to fix, little pieces of erosion like that here and there, but I'm not worried about all that. That's a pretty steep slope, and that grass just took right to it and took right off. Absolutely crazy. But this is my lake. I thought I'd throw out a little YouTube thing for anybody who was interested in it. It's still kind of dirty, so it's going to take a little while for it to all cycle and do all of its stuff, but I think the lake came out looking really good. This fall we will stock it, and come this time next year, I'll be back on the dam project, lifting that up, adding more water, and doing it to it. And that lake there will be 100% done. I'll be doing my fish in that as well. I am going to put a bridge across from there to there to connect this land to that land, so I can access it with a dozer. And then I was going to build a waterfall here and come out. I'm not going to do that now over there. I'm actually going to build a waterfall right here and have it come out. That'll be in a later YouTube project. I'll do play-by-play on that. That should be a really cool project. It should look really neat. In my mind, it looks really neat, but we'll see how it goes. And then over here, after the waterfall is done, right in here, I plan on putting a tiny house with a little kitchen in it, and a bedroom and like a living room, just something small, just a square, like a garage that has a bedroom and a loft in it. Pretty much what it'd be, but I've got like a rustic look. I'm debating on whether I want to do solar panels and all that fun stuff. We'll see about that. I'm not really for sure. That's down the road too. But then the dock will come out right there at the bottom of that stump there and come out, and that's where the water level should be when I do the extra ring on top of here. The dock will go over top of those stumps so nobody hits them and nobody dives off the dock and takes a stump to the face. I'll actually probably take the chainsaw and just carve them down close to the ground and set it and forget it. But then the dock should come out here. I will have electricity ran down here. That's what I'm debating on, whether I want to do solar panel on that or not. But I will have electricity running down here for the waterfall and for an aerator. I will probably put an aerator right out here, I'm thinking. Maybe a fountain. I don't know. I think fountains kind of like take up a lot of area. I don't know. We'll just play that by ear. But if we have the waterfall going, I think that should be a pretty cool attribute to the lake. But there it is, guys. The lake is full. Full. I'll do a little update when we stock the fish and do all the other stuff, like touching up the dam and getting more grass growing on it and getting the riprap down in there. And this project will be pretty much at a halt coming into deer season. So I'll be sitting right there in my deer stand, waiting for them delicious loins to come walking by. And hopefully they'll run up the hill there by my truck and die. That way I don't have to drag them up the hill or take the four-wheeler down here. Got another deer stand up over there. Eventually I'll be able to put one over in there on that piece of land as well. But that's it, guys. This is Lake Lawson. Pretty much almost wrapping it up. It's just amazing what a little bit of rain and a dream and moving some dirt can do. But if you have any questions or comments, man, leave them below. That'd be great. And I'll answer them as soon as I get them. Thanks, guys.